The Kawasaki Ninja 650 originally came to India in 2011 and the current version on sale was launched in 2012. It came as a CKD unit with a sticker price that made it the most affordable 600 in India at that time. Kapil has owned the Ninja for the past 2 years and joins us today to share his ownership experience. The Ninja 650 is his trusted companion for the long rides as well as his steed for the daily city commute. Hey Kapil, it's good to have you here. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. It's nice to be here and share my experience. My pleasure.
Well, let's get right into it. Why Kawasaki Ninja 650 and how has the overall experience been so far?
Okay, the experience has been great so far. I've had this bike for about 2 years. I use it for my daily commute, for everything basically. So I commute on this bike to Whitefield in Bangalore. I tour on it. So it's pretty much my do-it-all. It's frugal. It's fast. It can hang with the smaller bikes or with the bigger bikes equally. So around about 2 years time, when I was looking for an upgrade, a logical upgrade, this particular bike was not exactly on my mind. I was looking at something else which was much more committed in riding position. But then a friend of mine around the same time was getting rid of this bike to upgrade to something bigger. And yeah, this has been the best decision ever.
Well, Kawasaki is one of the best when it comes to setting standards in terms of handling, braking and performance. So what's your take on it?
Okay, so the Ninja runs a parallel twin 650 motor, which is pretty common across different models in Kawasaki. So the motor is a gem, it's pretty frugal, like I was mentioning in the previous point. It's fast enough when you want it to be. It's a pretty relaxed motor, so when you want to trundle along at around 30-40 kilometers per hour in the city, it's in its elements, and then you give it the beans, it takes off like a missile. So it takes care of most of my requirements at least. I was telling you, I use it as my commuter. So in the city, I get about 21 to 22 kilometers a liter, depending on traffic conditions, of course. And on the highways, I've got about 26 kilometers per liter. So for a bike of this size and this kind of performance, I think it's great. Handling, it's not the best. It's not really telepathic like some of the other big bikes around. But yeah, you put your back into it, it does take corners pretty well. But yeah, it's nothing to complain about, but it's not its strong point, Braking, again, it's not its best, but there are ways around it. There are upgrades which you can do on the bike which makes it a little better. It's not really bad, but it's not its strongest point. So it's probably, I would say, a jack of all trades, but master of none. But yeah, it does everything you can do in India with a big bike. So yeah, pretty happy.
Well, let's talk about maintenance now. What are the running and service costs of Ninja 650 and are the spare parts easily available?
Okay, so maintenance is pretty standard fare for any other big bike as well. So it's once every 6,000 kilometers and costs about 5,000 to 6,000 rupees per service, depending on what's wrong with the bike. Service is, at least for me so far, it's been just oil change and air filter, cleaning or replacement, etc. So it's not as expensive as the category of the bike, at least. So far I haven't had any issues with requiring parts to be ordered from Kawasaki, but I understand that it's not that easily available, so it's on back order typically. So you need a part, Kawasaki orders it for you. There's a bit of waiting involved, but I think service, like any other big bike manufacturer in India, the service quality needs to be a little better. It's not bad, but it's not really where it needs to be. It could definitely be better.
Okay, so finally, do you suggest any changes or modifications to make this bike and the ownership experience any better?
Okay, so it's a pretty easy to live with bike. It's comfortable. There's nothing much I would change. On my bike, if you see, it's a pretty stock bike. It's just got some crash protection. Braking, like I was mentioning earlier, could have been a little better. So there are options of putting double-edge brake pads, pro brake pads, and then teaming it up with steel braided lines. Tires, the standard tires, the stock tires which comes with the bike is not really extremely bad, but it could be better. So I've got Metzeler's M7 RRs on my bike, which has aided handling to a certain extent. In the looks department, which is again subjective, personally I would probably just go for a windscreen, put the zero gravity double bubble, but I don't know if it functionally would help a lot, but yeah, that's something on my list. Other than that, I've seen people put exhausts on this bike, but personally I think it's just way too loud, especially if you're using it as your daily bike, so I would leave it stock, but probably just do the upgrades that I just mentioned.
Well, thanks for being here, Kapil. It was great to have you here.
The pleasure is mine, Swati. I think it's an awesome motorcycle, and I hope this review helps other people take the decision, help them in their decision making. So the pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Well, that's what the Kawasaki Ninja 650 is all about. We hope you like this video. Please share your comments and questions below. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.